A white piper hose. Thing of the past? Still a thing?
Ooh.
Or they...
Ooh.
What's the story?
The white piper hose kind of became popular in the 1980s. That's when all the pipe bands kind of started doing it. The piper hose, he means like the popcorn top hose. And then after the pipe band started doing it, so went the civilian market to a degree. And then the cream hose kind of came into fashion with the rental industry and the hire industry in the UK. Do pipe bands still do it? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I'd say it's less popular now than it was in the 80s and 90s probably, but it's still done.
Yeah. I just saw a picture of a band the other day with white piper hose, the first one I'd seen in a while. And when you look at those, obviously they're going to pick up dirt. So you could go to a Highland Games or a competition and maybe it rained the previous day and you're getting mud all over them. That's not so good. That means the band is going to have to replace those, or the individual players are going to have to buy them and replace them. So they're still utilized, but I think darker colors are typically optimal just from that stain difference there. It's not going to show up as much on a pair of, you know, black or charcoal kilt hose, just from that as a money-saving kind of thought there.
And frankly, colored hose generally look, in my opinion, better or look a little classier than the white hose. They're very, very stark. It's a very bold, you know, bright color on the lower half of you. Generally, when you're looking at, you know, color theory for an outfit, darker colors on the bottom, lighter colors on top.
Yeah. So you're balanced.
Yeah. So it's a little bit, you know, tonal. I don't know if balanced, but if you have a tweed jacket on with the same color hose that's in the tweed jacket, that would be balanced. So yeah, it's done less now than it was done, and I'd say good.
Yeah.
Now, would the same thing be said for spats as well? Is that kind of a different ball game there?
Spats are effectively a different ball game because it's more of a military look than it is a civilian band.
Yeah.
So if spats are still used, you know, pretty regularly by many of the pipe bands that we service.
Absolutely.
Generally, that's the same type of band that will have a doublet or have a military style shirt on, have a horsehair sporran, that kind of thing. Those are the types of bands that would go with a military look. Therefore, they would have spats on generally, versus more of a civilian look for a pipe band and have like an Argyle vest or a jacket and vest, pair of ghillie brogues, that kind of thing.